All right, you want to learn guitar. Um, I'm gonna show you how in 90 days I went from this to this to this and pretty much today where I'm at this. Just a few things about me. I'm really into martial arts and art in general and culture. So I've learned a lot of things. So I know how to master other disciplines, and I thought I would apply some of that insight into this because this was probably the scariest thing for me to learn. Something that I think deep down I felt was just beyond my abilities, and maybe you feel the same. So I've broken down the learnings into 10 things, and let's start with number one, which is probably the most important one right now. And that's that your excuses for not trying to play guitar are holding you back. And I can't emphasize that enough. Like, I had a guitar for like years. Basically, I've been stringing this thing along from like, it's been, haha, I strung it along, get it? Strung it along, get it? Strung it along, get it? This is the thing, like there's so many things that your brain will do to prevent you from doing this work. And it's, maybe you're too old. Maybe it's telling you you don't have enough time. Maybe it's telling you got fat fingers, you don't have the dexterity for it. All of it, all that is essentially bull malarkey. That's a whole lot of malarkey, that's what that is. Because if you started like now instead of years from now, you'd be enjoying playing sooner. Like, how much richer would your life be if you could play a guitar, an instrument, right? Like, how cool would that be? As your therapist, I'm telling you to take your excuses, tie them to a balloon, and let it float away. You take your guitar and you do the second learning, and that is you're gonna get an app that listens to you play. Forget getting a teacher right now. You know, in the martial arts, day one is like learning how to step. Learning, like, if you just watched YouTube, you could learn where to place your fingers. You could learn those beginning things and not waste money on like the initial steps. And yes, if money ain't a thing, get a teacher, get a good teacher, and let them save you from building bad habits. But trust me, if you try to learn just on YouTube, it doesn't work. And the reason is that the YouTube videos are not listening to what you're doing. Some of these apps actually like listen to you play and can tell you if you're playing the right string. That, for someone who's willing to do the work, that is like gold. That brings us to learning number 3. It's all about them tabs. Okay, so forget trying to learn classical music, sheet music, forget it. It's not needed right now, right? You just want to learn how to play like your favorite song and get on with your day, right? So to play quick, you learn what's called a tab. And a tab is a simplified, it has 6 strings that correspond to the strings of the guitar. On the high side, that's the high notes, and on the low side, that's the low notes. If you're dyslexic like I am, and you mix up your numbers and shit, just remember that. The top of the tab, high notes, corresponds to high notes. The low side of the tab is low notes. That's it, right? You got it. You got this. Learning number 4, daily effort. And yeah, it's a no-brainer. Daily effort. If you do anything daily, you will improve dramatically, right? But here's the thing, even 5 minutes is going to make a difference, okay? So in this 90-day journey, I did go on a small vacation, and over that 3 or 4 days that I was away and not playing, my skill dramatically dropped. Okay, because you're learning in the beginning, you're relying on short-term memory, your long-term hasn't quite kicked in yet, or it's kicking in by the day, and taking a break like that, man, when I came back, I didn't even know how to hold this thing, alright? So, practice daily, even 5 minutes, it's gonna make a huge difference. My sessions run from about 5-10 minutes to like an hour, or sometimes a little more than an hour. But that's where I check out. Learning number 5, grow like a tree. Think of growing a plant. You know, like every day it grows a little and you can barely see it. But then like a couple weeks go by and you're like, holy crap, like there's like a flower. You know, and that's what learning something like this is really like. So you play. I like to play first thing in the morning. Like I have like coffee, I'll play a little bit. So anyways, you play, eat, and most importantly, sleep. And if you're really trying to learn a tab, play it, sleep, and then try to play it when you wake up. And I guarantee it'll be smoother, like you'll know it better because your brain crystallizes memories in the hippocampus when you sleep. So that's something to keep in mind. Learning 6, don't marry the guitar, alright? This is not the guitar I started with. I bought a guitar from the 1970s. It was like made in Japan. It was, you know, looks beautiful. I'd taken lots of damage and I was like hesitant to jump to the newer, better instrument, right? And that kind of held me back. And that's like, same thing happens in boxing, same thing happens in martial arts. You get tied to like your gloves, you get tied to your gi, your boxing shoes, whatever it is, like, and you are hesitant to try a better option because you love that thing so much. But it's like, don't marry it, man. Don't marry it. Stay single. Drizzle. It's about you and your skills, not the tool. Which brings us to learning 7, that technology is going to help. My guitar from the 70s was like a straight acoustic guitar. This thing is an acoustic electric. You can plug it into an amp and like have effects, and like it'll amplify what you're doing and make it sound awesome. Learning 8, record yourself. Be a narcissist. Get a YouTube channel. You're gonna learn so much from recording yourself and showing it to others and looking at them watch you play, getting their feedback. It's gonna be an amazing learning tool. There are people who will lift you up and elevate you and give you compliments, and like it feels amazing to know that while you're on this journey, other people want to see you win and play. I'm one of them. I would love everyone to be able to play guitar. I want to get good one day, and I'm getting there, but like in 90 days, like I did not know the first from the 6th string, right? Like in 90 days I can play. I can't play amazingly, but I can play. And that brings me to number 9. So you're making your YouTube videos. It's time to join this Reddit group r/guitar lessons. Join it, post your videos, let people rip it up and tell you like exactly what you're doing wrong, and just take the advice, you know. And that's learning 10 is that you want to celebrate those wins, and just be humble when you get the feedback and when you get compliments, because they're coming. People are gonna be like, yo, how'd you learn how to play? Who gave you the epic advice? This guy did. But are you gonna link them? I don't know. Anyways, this is what I learned over trying to learn guitar as hard as I can for 90 days. I'll catch you next time. Peace.